Oh, I don't it always. I've spent most of this morning up on my roof.
Oh dear. Well,
On your roof.
if
Did
you
you
had to
find
say
your
that,
leak?
yeah.
Yeah, I had a leak. We had some really nasty weather. Well, we've
Yeah,
had non-stop rain since October,
same
as
here.
you know, and we had a particularly bad week. Well, past since Wednesday, it's been coming on really heavy, and I had a leak come straight in through my the side of my roof next to the next door's chimney, and it brought down the ceiling upstairs.
Ugh.
Wow, that's pretty bad. I mean, you got to keep your models pretty dry. Anyhow, welcome everyone. This is your host extraordinaire, Scratch and Jack, for the Across the Pond Hangout for the Amazing Scale Modelers Google Plus community. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus community of scale modelers of all shapes and sizes, interests, genres, and skill levels who like to share their tips and tricks from one another, learn more about their craft, and to celebrate one another's scale modeling achievements. And today, you know what? I haven't even taken a look to see how many members we have. We have
18.
certainly a very large number. Ever since we had the name change, we had just a skyrocketing of members, and perhaps we're the largest and fastest growing. We're one shy of 1,900 members. Isn't that amazing, people?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah, considering where it came from and how it started, that's incredible.
It is incredible, and I think we grew by 200 in the past 2 weeks. Actually, that's how I see it. In fact, I can actually tell you exactly. 2 weeks ago, we had 1,839 members just 2 weeks ago. So that's almost 200. Yes. So anyhow, we're going to be talking scale modelers today, about scale modelers and what kind of a folk we are. I'd like to start with Heath is not here, which is kind of awkward. I don't even know where to start when Heath's not here.
That's unusual.
Yeah. So how you doing, Carwin? It looks like you're doing well.
Yeah, well, I'm doing okay, as things go, getting better. Hopefully, I'll be back in work soon, so that's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just doing some odds and ends. I haven't had a lot of time for the past couple of days to do stuff, but I'm currently I'm working on both the TARDIS and the Street Scene nightclub, which is coming along. So I've just applied the canopy to the front.
Oh my!
So that's coming along. I had to chamfer all the edge here, so I've done that with a Dremel, and then tidied it up a little bit with the these files, these nail files.
Yep.
They're really cheap ones. So I just use that then to just go over it and tidy it up, and then once that's illuminated, it should look pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know if I could show you. Have I got a light source here?
Is that a commission, Carmen, or is just a?
No, this is for my own personal street scene.
Right. It has a historical significance or something, or?
Yeah, it's taken me a long time to do it.
Oh wow! Look at that. That is really cool.
Oh, neat.
So
that is really cool.
So once the LEDs are in there, it should illuminate properly and look pretty good, cool. So yeah, it's just gonna go with all the other stuff of my 1/25th scale street scene right there. So
nice.
Well, 1/24th. But yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Like I said, I haven't been able to do much, but you've got all the pillars which illuminate. Let me just show you that as well, so you can see.
Oh
wow! Really cool.
So I'm gonna have.
Is it a former cinema?
It's a former. It's a nightclub that was a former library.
Oh.
It started off as a library, but since nobody goes to libraries anymore, somebody bought it out and turned it into a nightclub.
Where's culture gone?
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I also made myself a cup of coffee.
Clearly, you're going to light that with LEDs. You use a flashlight that's an LED flashlight. Are you going to use the cold white like that?
No, what I'm going to do, all the tops of the pillars are going to be lit in red, and all the bottoms of the pillars are going to be lit in blue, so it should cross-fade over.
Oh, cool.
And then I'll have a blue then for the canopy, and then I'm going to build the back section, which is the doorway, behind, and that's going to have some internal lighting in there. And then for the windows here, these are going to be frosted over, and then I'm going to build a back box on it and have a set of RGBs in there, which is going to make it look like
flashing RGBs. Yeah, that would be cool.
Can you get bouncers? Can you get bouncers in 1/24 scale?
Can I get what?
Bouncers.
Bunters.
Oh, bouncers.
Yeah.
You know what bouncer?
Everything's ringing. Excuse me for a second.
Okay. Hey, bouncer.
Oh, here he goes.
Where's he going?
Yeah, I don't know.
His phone rang. Yeah.
Oh, his phone rang. Oh, okay. Hi, James.
Good morning, Jack. Yeah, well, I've been working some more on the on my Falcon. I mean, I think for last year, I think I had this much done last time.
Wow. Oh my God. And all paper.
All paper.
Wow. That is so cool. Boy, you are really. That's a lot of greebles you got to put on there. That's what's that's why you don't even have the back end on.
Starting with the back end, this is the been working on this week is the whole top section.
That's really the top section. Okay, that's with the right there where the pale cutout looks like a cutout. That's where
all the heat exchangers are going to go in here. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Very nice. Wow, I'm just like really amazed how detailed paper models can get. And further, you got to make all the details too.
You got to make all the details. Yeah, no, they can be really, really high detailed and as realistic as well as you design them, basically.
Right.
Never been tempted, Jack?
Pardon?
What was that?
Have you never been tempted?
Tempted.
How it goes.
With kerosene and a butane lighter, yes. Is that the tempt you're talking about?
It's just, I mean, I have downloaded a few paper models and I've looked at them, but I haven't had the guts to start on one yet. The thing I want to do is there's a Pepicura paper model of rifle from First Contact, Star Trek First Contact.
Yeah.
Phaser rifle. That would probably be me, but again, it's not one of those things on a long list of things to do.
You want to start off slow. Start off with like a paper board cube.
Yep. Well, I have one of those in my office at work. It's on the ceiling.
Well, Liam, you just took over. Go ahead. What you're talking about there? What you're working on? Hey, you're the only one working on, and I'm going to start working on it today. I decided I'm going to start today, even though I pissed away a whole month out of 3 for the out of your comfort zone.
I started the very day you mentioned it, and it's taken me this long to get this far. So it's just I don't know.
Wow.
It's like too bright, but. It's the first time I've done a tank in a long time, and I'm very happy with what I'm getting so far. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Details showing up on that, but
yeah.
I've done it. I mean, I did the standard color, and then I did the camouflage, and now I'm doing the detail painting. But what I'm going to do it in a winter camouflage. So I'm going to use a hairspray technique, give it a coat of white, take some of that off, give it another coat of white, and then just see what we end up with. Although apparently the particular one I'm doing wasn't really done that way, but it's just for a practice as much as anything else, just to see how they get on.
Mm-hmm.
I have several.
You never know how tanks were done. Like I done that little Sherman a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
And when I looked it up, there were 40,000 made, and they were all utilised in all different sorts of ways. So it's impossible for somebody to say, oh, they didn't do this to it, because who knows what happened when they were, and what they were used for.
The sorry, the way these were all painted, they're all painted in the field generally. So it's a case of
Yeah. I mean, most of the time they were probably brush painted or roller.
yeah. Henrik, it's your turn to paint the tank today.
Here's a bit of a close-up from what you were showing. Let's do the Jack's merciless zoom in. Of course, here we go.
Paint free. Should be.
There we go. There's the shovel, the axe.
I still have to do the a big hair as well. Must remove that.
There you go. I got some.
Yeah, I have to do the wood handles and so on. I've got wood paint and so on, color paint for that, and highlights and dry brushing, and it's I mean, what I'm doing at the minute is painting these bloody things, the tracks.
Yeah.
Which, are a lot of work, far more work than I thought they would be. And they're single piece tracks. They're not the ones made up of individual pieces. So it takes a bit of time, but we'll get there. I'm enjoying it. I think the thing about a tank, you get a and perhaps a car can be similar. Once you've built the model, you have the model almost finished. It's the painting that takes the time then. So.
Oh, most certainly does. Oh, most certainly does. I don't have an airbrush that can do such a tight spray like you got there. I had picked. How should I put this? I had picked the patent, which is pretty much all green. Okay.
Yeah.
With something on it. I decided.
Sorry.
What's that?
I was going to say the way that Carmen did even the little small tank. It's the highlights and lowlights. You know, even if it's all just one color.
Yeah.
It's the variations on that. A darker green, a lighter green, a lighter green. That gives you the depth of the thing.
Yeah, because you do like when I done mine, I started off with quite a light grey, and then I done a dark pre-shade over really dark, and then because then I put the olive green over the top of it, and then I mixed up a light olive green to do some of the highlight areas of that, and then when it comes to it's just layering paint over the top just so that rust effects and things like that were done with. I mean, I even one of the edges to make it look like the edge had a bang. I went down it with a Stanley knife and just chipped some of the plastic with the Stanley knife, just to make it look like the thing had been, struck or something, and something had hit the side of it, and then went over that with some rust and some steel, and it's just you just layer it together to produce the final effect. And something like a tank is it's something that's going to get covered in water, covered in mud. It's going to, so there's plenty of range with it. You can either do it pristine out of the factory, or you can do it burnt out. So it's one of those things.
I thought perhaps you had done a posting on the community of that. I'm trying to find it.
I think there was. Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't remember the timing when it was put in.
It was about 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to say 3.
2 weeks ago? Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm still looking. I hear something.
Yeah, I done the video and I posted up about 6 or 7 pictures, I think.
You did it on the 20th. Here's some pictures. I really appreciate that you put pictures on, because videos I can't really share. Let alone pictures. Good golly! All right, there we go.
That's 1/72 scale, isn't it, Carol?
Yeah, 176.
So it's really
166.
Yeah. It's only. I'll show you the size of it. There you go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Teeny weeny.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
It fits on the palm of your hand. You can just.
Yep. Let's continue with this. Oh, really cool. Look at this. But of course, this was all put in. The shovel there was all molded into the plastic.
Yeah.
That would be tough to bring it out to paint just that.
Well, what I done with that was to dry brush it a little bit, just so you can see it, and same with the axe. it's just to sort of pick it up because it's really tiny and yeah, I mean all the sort of weathering details were just sort of dry brushed on. You know, some of the scrapes and dings and things like that were just mainly dry brushing. Or I actually used a Q-tip to put some of it on and just use. I get a little bit of paint on a piece of kitchen towel, just rub that in, and then just go over some of the edges.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes it apply to that edge without going too much. Sometimes you can put a bit too much on, but then you just go over it then with a brush with some thinner in it and just take it back off.
Let's see, is it gonna go? There we go. Oh, we got some nice brighter color in there. Kind of looks like even rust.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be a dry brush too.
Yeah.
Well, I never had real luck with Q-tip dry brushing because I have a tendency. Because Q-tips have a tendency. The cotton swabs have a tendency to soak up a lot of paint. And
yeah. Well, I mean, the idea is that when you're putting it on, is that you might have to look really, really hard to be able to see it actually apply anything.
Right.
But it's just repetition. You just keep doing it over and over and over until you build it up.
No,
You build it up in mild layers.
I would think you would have to rub it on something to dry it out a little bit.
Again, it depends. It depends because like I've got a piece of styrene here with some paints on that. Mm-hmm. That I just blobbed on with a brush, and then I just dipped the Q-tip in it, you know, in these little areas, and then just went over it. And whatever stuck.
Looks like you use green tea to make grass. What is that?
It's just green flock.
It's just green? Okay, green flock.
Yeah, just green flock. The base itself is just a piece of styrene that I covered with a kitchen towel and PVA glue.
Uh-huh.
And then, because I wanted to make it look really wet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it does look like wet, yeah. Oh, nice. See, there's the hobby knife to give you some idea of scale. Wow, that's tiny. Tiny.
And I mean, the thing is, it only cost me, it was like half price, and it was like $2.99, so I was like, yeah, okay, let's just do that. I'm not missing anything.
3 pounds, that would be like $5. Yeah, $5, yep. That's not bad for $5. That's a little bit of fun there. That took you a day, did it not? Because there wasn't many parts to put together.
No, there weren't many parts. It wasn't really a complex build, but then that's when it comes down to the paint. And you spend time then, like I said, doing the pre-shading and stuff like that, just to make it look a little bit more than what it is. Because like I said, all the shovels and everything are just molded in. I suppose I could have spent time and gone around it with a knife just to give it some sort of underside relief. But for what it is, like I said, it was a cheap little kit, and just see what you could do with it, and quick build.
It's a good practice kit.
Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah, because I've got myself a 1/35th scale leopard, and when you're working on a tank like that, you can use something like that, a really small, cheap kit to practice on before you apply it to the.
Well, you know something, I wouldn't necessarily give that to a beginner as a painting. I would do something bigger only because you got such small detail there. You got to be very meticulous and the application of your dry brush.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the good thing about that is that if you mess it up, it's only a small little kit, and it doesn't cost you a fortune, and it's nothing. But the other thing about that is that if you've been doing it for a while, it's good to practice at a really small scale, because then you can apply it. It's much easier to apply it than to a bigger scale.
Yeah.
True.
So if you can do it to something this big, you can definitely do it to something this big. So yeah, and it's like I said, it was a lot of fun. It's just a quick little build, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, what I just said, if you use a bigger kit, this is the undercarriage for the Sherman, no, the Patton, and this will be the top. So, and when I looked at the instructions, putting the gears in there is going to be a pretty big challenge. There's a lot of tiny little parts to this, and I haven't primed it yet, but it is washed. from the release agent. So there's a little parts that will be part of the suspension of the tank.
Yeah. No, again, the good thing with that, with it being all divided up, is that you can make a lot of sub builds. So you can pre-paint stuff before finally putting it together. So you can decide on what it is that you want to do. The things like the calipers and the leaf springs and things like that.
Right, look, here's the instructions, and you can see it's layered upon layered upon layered to put the wheels on for the tread and whatnot. So it's basically a lot of repetitive stuff.
I would definitely recommend a practice before you glue anything. Because
I don't think they show that they're supposed to be glued anyhow.
That was the issue with this, because the wheels are actually layered. You have to put one set and then the next layer and then the next layer in.
Yeah.
But because of the way they glue together, the instructions were awful. It just didn't take me through the correct procedure. So I had to practice a few times before I applied any glue. Because otherwise I'd have had pieces stuck in and they couldn't have got, because of it's two sideways pieces like that. There's another wheel goes in the middle. If you don't put this wheel in before you put this outer wheel on, there's no way of doing it. But the instructions said to do it that way. So it was lucky I took a practice.
Well, yeah, you're right. Right. I did say this last week, though. This Tamiya has a habit of giving instructions in Japanese, which is kind of useless to me. But in this case, they did give me a English version, so I can now follow instructions.
But I think the other good thing with the Tamiya instruction sheet is that they're very, very good at illustrating what needs to go where.
I got to admit that is correct, because I did build a 1991 Honda Prelude for someone, and I did not get English, and of course the fine molds for the Star Wars fine molds, they don't have any English instructions too, but you got to be really careful, and I think the advice that Liam gave, fit your parts together before gluing.
Yeah.
Unless it's
get some masking tape and just test fit it.
Yeah.
Well, today is a very spring-like day. I went to get my tea and my donut. You can't really see because it's just a big. While the sun is out, I heard the birds singing this morning. I'm like, oh, spring's coming. It's only January 30th. What I'm working on is the 25 scale General Lee. And this is perhaps the worst kit that I have ever assembled. It's horrible. It's horrible. But I'm trying to make the best of it. No, it's an MPC.
Well,
it's AMT. It's AMT.
Yeah.
Well, it's you think so? Because
I think AMT own MPC.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but this is back in the day when MPC was MPC. So that's a 25 scale General Lee. And I wasn't going to go ahead and buy, because I did some research, that the interior is beige for all things, sort of a ochre-y, beigey interior, and I was actually pretty surprised. I wasn't going to order the paint and wait for it, so I did a Caucasoid flesh tone.
It works.
Looks beige to me.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to. I got my Tamiya paint, the correct orange. It's already thinned down, ready to go, and do the body and the hood. And also, I am at a crossroad. I want to get this done. I want to get over, because it's such a bad kit. I'm not enjoying the build. Okay, that's what it is. I'm not enjoying the build. I just want to get it over with.
Yeah.
So I was considering for my haven't done before your out of comfort zone build, the tank. Yeah, I think that might be it, but I'm going to go overboard. I decided that I am going to go ahead and do my Ducati.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do my Ducati. Here, I'm getting to these Japanese kits. Maybe I'm going to be a lot happier. So I'm going to go ahead and wash this as I am doing the body for the General Lee. That's after the broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and do that. But the tank, I'll probably prime. I have a couple of kits that I wash, prime, and put away, so I can just start building it whenever. If I, am up to it, I'll probably prime the tank too, the patent. So that's what I'm doing today. Finally, I got over my illness. It was a long 3 weeks. This past week, I found out I had bronchitis.
Yeah.
And boy, those antibiotics work. They work a little too well. I mean, particularly during that personal time on the throne. Boy, do they work.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, I'm a fan of a TV show called Shark Tank, and they came out with a new show called Beyond the Shark Tank. It's after the people got their money from the investors and how successful they are. And there was a mother and son who have something called Squatty Potty. It's basically a footstool when you're sitting on the toilet.
Oh, jeez.
And it supposedly helps for people who are irregular, so. Nothing to do with skill modeling whatsoever.
It just raises the knees.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with skill modeling whatsoever. But anyway, we've gotten some really cool members have joined. One such gentleman, O.B. Caesar.
Yeah.
His paint is probably the best I've seen in a while.
Oh, he did the 63 Stingray.
Yes, I'm going to screen share it right now. Look at how pretty that is.
They got a real nice finish on that.
Very nice. Yes, you're right. Very nice. Let's see. Ooh, it's even got a really cool engine too. He's phenomenal. I guess if after a while you do these kits over and over again, oh wow. Now, this is the first time I'm actually seeing these pictures.
Yeah, he's done a really good job in it.
I like if the kit is a nice kit and you make the interior look this nice, it's all worth the effort if the kit's nice.
I think he flocked the floor too.
Really?
Yeah. To give it a carpety feel.
Maybe I should get some flocking too. That sounds dirty. I don't know.
Have you flocked your car?
Yeah, flock your car. Yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool, and it's making me a fan of the Corvette. I'm a Mustang fan. When I was a kid, my older brother was trying to get me into the hobby, but he has as much patience as Mother Teresa had money. He had bought me I think it was a '76 Corvette Stingray, and he was trying to show me how to brush paint it, and he thinned down the paint way down. And of course, we brushed it on, and it came out marbleized, sort of. It's just like half white plastic coming through some of the red paint.
Yeah.
He just gave up on it, and I was 10, so I didn't know any better to keep painting it over and over again until I got the right color. But I put the thing together, and it looked like a marble red Corvette.
Marble red Corvette.
Did he say what he used to get the gloss?
Did he say?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if he said.
I don't think he did.
No, he did not. He says also on this comment, happy with how she came out on the next one. If you ain't modeling, you ain't living. Okay. I have to admit, it's a lot of fun. When you get a nice kit and you got a nice build going on, it is living large. I think we've all had our kits that we felt that way. Okay, Wayne, I put you. There you go, Wayne. I got your invite in. And let's see, who else?
Well, there's Javier Sanchez Del Rio, who done the 172 scale Super Cobra. That's pretty nice. That's
Is it a recent?
yeah. It's 26th, so 4 days ago. It's
Okay.
nice helicopter.
Oh, the helicopter. Yes.
Oh, the Chinook?
See, this is the thing I don't have patience for. This guy with a Corvette did progress pictures. Here, I'll share this. And I don't do progress pictures because I don't know. It spends a lot of time doing it. That would be a lot of time. But here's his dash.
Yeah, no, but there you can see where he's applied the sort of fake carpet to the floor.
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Oh, nice. Okay, that works. It's got some in the back there too. Actually, it almost looks like felt.
I'm wondering what that is. I think that is felt in the back. I don't know about the front, but I think that's felt in the back.
Oh, could be felt. Yeah, I think it's felt. Look at that. It's cut out around the pedals here. Oh.
It looks good.
It looks good. How you doing, Wayne?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yep.
we can hear you.
That's
No, we can't.
Are you at work?
No, I'm at a model show at the minute.
Oh, are you at the model show at the minute?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the local group. It's a local IPMS.
Uh-huh.
Let me just reverse the camera for you.
You want to show us some stuff at the show?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's a Galactica back in there.
Yeah, that is all scratch built.
Wow, that's a big Galactica as well. That's not a model kit. In fact, that's the fleet as well.
Yeah.
What are you doing standing by the tanks? Get over there!
Get over there. We want to see the spaceships. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Ah, look, the Colonial Movers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Someone's got a
wow.
large house.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
Holy cannoli. Look at that. That is really cool.
Oh, seriously.
I bet you there was a lot of reference pictures looking at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll make sure I get some good pictures for you.
Well, I have to say, the Galactica in the original series was the coolest ship on the series. And on the reboot series, the coolest ship had to be Colonial One.
Yeah, Colonial one's a really sleek design, and it looks very aeroplane-like.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, come on, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Wait, Wayne, how close are you to the exit? I'm just wondering if you can pick that up and put it on your shoulder and run.
The main exit.
Show us one of the tankers, too.
I'm the only tanker here today.
Oh, look at that. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
100
that's a whole fleet.
Oh, very nicely presented too.
Wow, that's a lot of planes.
Uh-huh.
Is there a theme to it? Is that the way they're all laid out the way they are? Is there a Spitfire?
That's because it's Spitfire, isn't it?
Uh-oh, he froze. Oh, there you go.
No, there's over 100 models Spitfires on display here.
Oh,
Wow. Okay, 100 Spitfire models.
Yeah.
All painted differently than according to their squadron then, huh?
Yeah, different and every colour camo scheme you can think of.
Yeah.
I see a space there. There's one. There's a space on one of the tiles.
Look at that.
They got one egg planes here as well.
Oh, the little bubbly eggplane Spitfires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? There isn't any model shows like this around my area. Maybe it's time to start one, huh?
Yeah, totally.
Because you know what? You've gone to the Air Museum, the Royal Air Museum. which was amazing. But I think you were at another model show too, a different one.
My table.
This is cool. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. There's nothing like that in my area. That's,
Yep.
there is a model club south of the city, and I can't say that they do very much. Well, everybody's got real life, you know.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same around here. Most of the local model club around here only does sort of Warhammer.
Oh,
So I like Warhammer, you know, but I'd rather have. I mean, I think the last time we had a model display was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and that was pretty much a Star Wars event. So but that was but yeah. There's not really many model shows going on around here.
Yeah, we have an armor club. Then they have a big show once a year.
I don't like this model segregation with the clubs. I think a model club should be a model club.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
segregation in what regard are you talking about? I mean,
Well, again,
Club dedicated to one genre. Yeah.
yeah, you've got like the Warhammer club. You've got the, as you said, the Armor club. There's not really, you know, model club. Which I mean, like what Wayne's at there, he's at a model show where he has planes, tanks. It's not dedicated to one thing. And I mean, Christ, he's got a 5-foot Battlestar Galactica there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it's just like the community we have here. It's just models. It could be anything. I think the representation of science fiction is very good. I think now lately with the new members, cars are coming back. I noticed, and World War II airplanes. And in fact, there is a gentleman here who had joined from the completely opposite end of the world, just north of Australia. Maybe not so him. I thought I was a Japanese guy, but no. It's Carlos Juarez. I don't think Carlos Juarez is in Japan.
Never know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there is a Japanese guy that contributes quite a bit, but this caught my eye because of the paint and the detail on the markings
Yeah.
of this plane, particularly in this part right here. Well, not that close, Jack. With these panel lines, making it look very authentic.
I wonder if those panel lines were done with some sort of pastel or I guess they were done with some sort of graphite pencil or something like that.
Well, yeah, I think that that might be a good guess, graphite pencil. But you know, if you got a fine tip paintbrush and and dry brush, but your strokes have to be precise if you're doing it over and over again, dry brushing. But yeah, I thinking like right in here, or the next to this yellow dot, this really fine, crisp panel line.
Yeah.
This this level of modeling is phenomenal. This is where I'd like to be someday, or have the patience to be someday. Mr. Juarez just did a phenomenal job. This would be a P-47. Yeah, this would be a P-47.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I have one. Not as. Oh yeah, I have the same kit. I have the same kit. Boy, his looks very different from mine. Really cool. So, how about the fine lines on paper?
Yeah.
Are they printed or are they airbrushed? Is it live or is it Memorex?
Yeah.
I guess that most of those details were probably either put on with a pastel or some sort of dark pencil or something like that, because they had a softer sort of edge to it. So I would have said that was probably more likely than dry brushing. But it still looks really, really good. So whichever way you done it, it works for him.
And our friend Bob, who didn't join us today, but we miss you, Bob. I mean, you're I would like to have been talking to you about your Fokker, your triplane, your Red Baron, and he's diligently working on it. Here's his cockpit. And looking at this, I'm realizing how primitive those airplanes really were.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they were held together with sort of duct tape and chewing gum.
This pilot seat does not look very comfortable at all.
It's probably just a bent piece of plywood.
Yeah.
The way those seats were. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And we know he has a quad-core computer too. So here's another view of this. Really, really good paint here. Really good paint here. Now look at the stirrup pedals there.
Yep. Not very sophisticated at all.
No, no. And now some part of the fuselage too. Oh yeah, with the cockpit in there. He's even kind of painted the inside of this kit. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's another thing too. What do you call it? Mr. Australian.
Heath?
No, Phil. I forgot about Phil. Phil hasn't been around. Phil was talking about these modelers who do these schooners and these galleons with all the rigging and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they have galleys that they paint. These rooms inside the ships they paint, and you never see them. You never see what you've worked on the inside. Have you found yourselves working on something, painting it look real nice, only to have it cover up and never really seen again?
Yeah.
It happens a lot. Details. You spend a lot doing details, and then they get covered up either by part of the fuselage or whatever. You know it's there, but you don't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think that's satisfying to do? I mean, is it worth doing?
No.
Oh, I think so.
No, it's not.
Cause, well, it depends. I mean, it's just like on this, for these details here, there's a lot more detail than what you see because it goes back in because you actually see it that the actual piece is larger than what the hole is.
Yeah.
So there's more detail in there than what you can directly see.
Yeah, but I mean, I can do this and go, look, there's a whole army behind you, but you can't see them.
Yeah.
It's particularly if you spend a lot of time. I mean, that's why you test fit stuff. Really, it goes back to what Liam was saying earlier about test fitting models. Sometimes it's worth test fitting them just so you can see how much work you're going to have to put into one area and whether or not there's any point in putting a lot of work into that one area.
Yeah, what's visible and what's not visible. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like your small little tank, and there was a cockpit, and with a couple of guys in there, and you painted a couple of guys. One of them has a rash from the mustard gas.
Yeah.
And he's inside. You'll never see him, but at least as a talking point, he says, "There's a guy in there who has mustard gas burns in there."
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that they've done with the like a lot of people who build the refit Enterprise, put the shuttle bay in.
Yeah.
It's like, man, after it goes down past that first step, when you're looking down inside it,
right,
you can't see anything up here. So all the details and everything that people put on there, you can't see. So
I have some people, when they've displayed that model, is not put the hangar bay in, but build it completely and leave one of the walls out so you can actually see it.
Just take the side off.
Display it separately from the model itself. I've seen people do it that way too. But you're right. I mean, you're looking inside a tiny little hole. And then as you're looking back, the different levels drop down, and you can't see around these corners. I'd say if you're doing it that way, take pictures so that at least you can have it for austere's sake.
Yeah, totally.
If you look at Joe McCaslin's work, I mean, the detail that Joe puts inside stuff, and then it all gets hidden.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Joe.
it's nice.
Joe does a lot of. He does cutaways,
Yeah.
and he fabricates the insides. I do believe he does a lot of that fabrication
Yep.
himself. But that's the kind of modeling he gets into is cutaways. But it's beyond me. I don't understand why, but it's amazing to look at just the same.
Yeah. Well, he done that airplane, didn't he, with all the fuselage and everything,
Right?
Oh yeah.
and the wings, and didn't he do one with the with like some of the panels open so that you could see inside?
Oh yeah.
He is doing. I was just going to share a motorcycle for some excitement there. He
He's got
did
a
post
P-51 right now that he's working on. Yeah.
a P40, a trumpeter. P40, I think, is this picture. Share. Boy, there's a lot of buttons to click on to share something. Here is his.
See, he's got to put all the ribs in.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Well, let's go back here.
Oh.
He
That's
fabricates.
insane.
He fabricates those dots, those holes in that rib.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, go to the next one. See, he's applied all the ribbon to lay the skin over the top.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's just crazy. I mean, great, fantastic, but totally nuts.
Anal retentive, perhaps. OCD. But yeah, I mean, his work, and it's fun following his work, and he does take pictures and he submits them to model magazines. A lot published.
I'd like to see this guy make a pizza. It'd be the most precisely made pizza you've ever had.
Pizza. You know, it's funny you say that because there was a place here in town that the old man, he's not living anymore, but he would throw the sauce on, just throw it on, throw the ingredients on, and stick it in the oven, and you'll get a slice that has everything on it and a slice with nothing on it. And he was probably the richest pizza maker that exists in this town because he had like 2 or 3 shops. But he used to smoke when he makes his pizza, so the ash would be hanging off like this. It's just ready to fall off. So you got lucky if you got ash in your pizza too. Oh gosh, Vincent's, I think it was called Vincent's Pizza. But his sons have a cushy restaurant in the suburbs now. Anyhow, that's off topic too. That's nothing to do with models, unless you eat pizza while you model.
We've all done it before. We've just been sat here with a cup of coffee, or we've sat here with some a Chinese or something, and just be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, isn't that interesting? That I mean, I'm not single, but if I were single, I would be just grabbing whatever's nearby and just inhaling it, just so I could model some more.
Yeah.
So I want to bring up this motorcycle. Who is this? Nick Pierce.
Oh, that's that white. I can't remember what it's called. It's a motorbike.
It's a motorcycle. I think it's a Triumph.
Yeah.
It's a Yamaha. It's a Yami.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like a Triumph almost, because I was just looking at the tank just briefly. It looks like a Yamaha tank. Not a Yamaha tank. I'm sorry. What did I say?
Yamaha tank. Don't know Yamaha made tanks.
Looks like it's going to be a cafe racer.
Huh?
It's a Yamaha 650 XS. There you go.
Oh wow! Look at this. This is the first time I'm seeing these photos this detailed. Very cool detail.
Mhm.
Very cool detail. You see, that's the thing right up in here. I would just mess up. I would put too much paint on the spokes, and the paint will run down, and there'll be this big blob at the bottom of it.
Lots of nice detail. They've got good detail on the tires, and I'm wondering how he actually. Because I'm looking at the way that he's painted those spokes.
Uh-huh.
Because when you zoom right in, you can see he's painted them right the way down to the rim.
I just wonder if the spokes are separate.
I think they are, because here is showing the way the kit came, and if we look really close enough to this, right up here, there's a little bend. I think he rigged this himself.
Yeah, I think yes.
He rigged this himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's cut out he's removed. Yeah, because if you look on the inside of the rim, you can see some sort of what's the word?
Shaving.
Shaving from the inside of the rim.
Yep. Yep. You can see right here the copper wire is bent. So
yeah.
It's not it has the usual imperfections that you would see in real life. Yeah, he had rigged this himself. So it's not paint, and that's why it's not blobbing on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Because here's the part.
The original part, yeah.
And you can see the original part has none of that detail, the insertions that he has on his model right now.
Yeah. Plus the spokes are crisscrossing, and they're actually thicker.
They're flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he rigged this himself. Isn't that cool? And he's probably changed the shock too. He made the shock himself. The shock is that suspiciously looks like brass and aluminum tubing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
great job.
Nice.
Very nice job. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be a cafe racer, like you said. Oh geez, look at all that work. I'm just like, now that I know he rigged it himself, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
How much time he would spend just rigging those spokes.
The handlebars are brass rod too, yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, there's a problem. Yeah, there. And there's the curved.
I like the fact that if you look at his workbench there, you can see that he's drawn a protractor onto the actual workbench, so you can do some pipe bending.
Yeah. And the Altoid container.
Just the right height.
Well, if it were James, it'd be his medication bottles. Yeah. Very cool. Look at that. All that brass tubing he did.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just. And you know what? I'm pretty sure he's going to be putting cables in this too.
Oh, he'll.
I can see that.
If he's doing this kind of detail work already, he's doing cables too. So oh my gosh. Okay, now we can dry our underwears out. Let's see. I just kind of briefly saw it during the week, and I didn't look at it close enough like I did today. Thanks, Nick. That's freaking amazing.
Oh, nice kit.
And there was a small little diorama too. Let's see, where did it disappear to? Wow.
The motorcycle?
Well, anyway. The other thing that turned me on as far as details go, Guido, come on, load. Please load. My computer is getting a little tired. Guilio Lapiri. He did a original series Viper.
Oh yeah.
The amount of detail, the color is right on, spot on, and his detail inside this, and the print Starbuck. This is not the original series. This is actually the reboot.
Reboot, yeah. That's 1/72nd scale as well, isn't it?
What's that?
It's 1/72nd scale.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And I think the reason I thought it was original series is because of coloring, but now that I'm looking at it with the shortened, cropped fins, that's the reimagined universe.
Yeah, it's got the sort of curved housings as well for the leading edge of the engines.
Yeah.
Right. Because this in the original series was just a solid. You didn't see any detail like this.
No.
Very and the weathering, nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice job.
See, carriages, Starbuck. Okay, well, that's another one that got me as far as detail goes. It's not really a big, detailed type of ship, but boy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
maybe
it's only a small ship, but I mean, he's managed to cram a lot of detail into that very small space.
Well, we murdered another hour as talking scale modelings, and tomorrow, actually Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, we have our Sunday hangout, and I'd like to have you all join us again tomorrow and see what the progress the weekend had produced for our modeling. And I'd like to thank personally Carwin. Thanks for showing up. Because Lou said he was showing up and he didn't. You said, nah, maybe not, but you did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, again, it was just lucky that I got up early this morning and managed to get down off the roof in time. So.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, yeah, thank you. And you know what? Keep doing those pictures every now and again. Do the pictures. The videos are great. I like the videos, but I like to share the pictures with other people. And thank you, James, for stopping by as well.
Well, you're welcome.
Your progress might be slow, or at least it looks slow. But sure, with all those little greebles you got to do, it's actually fast because you got to go through a lot of little stuff. Well, thanks for sharing. And Liam, thank you for stopping by, and your tank is looking awesome. A bit of an inspiration for me too, so maybe I will do the tank while I do the Ducati. That's going to be interesting. Maybe I have a tank part on the Ducati. And this is your host, Scratch and Jack, and if you want to, if this is your first time joining us for this Hangout, you can view the other past Hangouts on my YouTube channel, Scratch and Jack. You can go there and you can like this, share it, and even subscribe. And if it's a thumbs down, that shows you what kind of person you are. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow, and happy modeling, everyone.